I'm Jonas Vingegaard, and welcome to the Cycling Day.
Jumbo-Visma, now Visma-Lease Bike, dominated the Grand Tours in the 2023 season, winning all three, but in 2024 it has been one to forget for the team. Early on, with Wout van Aert and Jonas Vingegaard experiencing very bad crashes, and at the Giro d'Italia leaving the race with one stage victory and only half the team finishing and no GC success. Despite this, Jonas Vingegaard looks to be on the mend and is the best rider at the moment when it comes to the Tour de France, having won in both 2022 and 2023, even defeating the seemingly unbreakable Tadej Pogacar. However, now in 2024, the future for the two-time champion to defend his title looks in question after his recovery from that infamous Tour of the Basque Country crash, with his rival Tadej Pogacar looking more powerful than ever after his incredible Giro d'Italia dominance, where he took not only the win but also 6 stage victories along with it. While Team Visma-Lease Bike remains tight-lipped about whether Jonas Vingegaard will compete in this year's Tour de France after his severe crash, he still looks like their plan A, who they believe is the man who can win the race despite sustaining a broken collarbone, ribs and a collapsed lung in April. Vingegaard's recovery progress has been promising, apparently. In recent weeks, Vingegaard made significant strides returning to the outdoor riding, training on hilly Spanish terrain and now at an altitude camp in Tignes. However, the two-time defending Tour de France champion's participation looks questionable, as Visma-Lease Bike said they were not willing to send him unless he was 100% fit. Despite this uncertainty, the team remains optimistic, even with Vingegaard's absent at the Dauphiné. Matteo Jorgensen and Sepp Kuss have been prepared to step up. Their DS, Nierman, said to Cycling News, "The moral is good. We are hopeful that Vingegaard will be fit in 4 weeks' time, but there is no news on that. We cannot predict it yet, but nevertheless, we are a very strong team, and even without Jonas, we are able to do a really good Tour de France." Nierman emphasized that the current hope is to have Vingegaard start and compete for the win against Tadej Pogacar, who is aiming for that Giro Tour double that hasn't been done since Marc Pantani in 1998, and UAE in addition are assembling one of the strongest teams that we've seen in history. As for the Visma-Lease Bike team, Vingegaard would be supported by Kuss, the recent winner of the Vuelta a España, and Jorgensen, who achieved some incredible heights already this year, taking the overall win at Paris-Nice and even winning the Dwars Flandern. As well as that, as Wout van Aert crashed out before the Giro d'Italia, he will also now be going to the Tour de France, but it is a recovering Wout van Aert. It is not tip-top Wout van Aert. So Wout van Aert and Vingegaard are in similar boats in a way. The team's faith in Vingegaard stems from his unparalleled work ethic and remarkable recovery capabilities, and his incredible performances at the Tour so far. And his recent training progress indicates he can regain form quickly. Vingegaard's presence not only will boost the team's morale, but also provides a strategic advantage in terms of leadership and race dynamics. Vingegaard has shown that he excels in the high altitude climbs, and that is something that has been the only weakness to the all-conquering Tadej Pogacar, such as the Col de Granon in 2022 and the Col de la Loze in 2023, but the caveat there being that Pogacar had a bad run-up to the Tour. So Visma-Lease Bike are taking a gamble, you have to say, with Vingegaard. Although he might not be 100% going into the Tour de France, he may be able to get stronger throughout the race, and then when the big altitude stages come in that final week, Vingegaard will be able to be up there in contention and maybe throw the hammer down on Pogacar. Let's not forget, Vingegaard has a sensational record at the race, finishing second in 2021 in his first appearance behind Tadej Pogacar, and then, as mentioned, winning in 2022 and 2023. However, UAE will know that Vingegaard's preparation is not ideal for the Tour, so they might use that juggernaut team to push hard from the beginning of the race, with the opening stages in Italy and even that Galibier stage. Pogacar does favour the more rolling terrain, so he will definitely try and put the hammer down on that Bologna stage, so there is a risk that Vingegaard will lose a lot of time in the opening week. But if he can sustain that huge assault in the first week and still be within touching distance as the 3 final stages approach, then potentially Vingegaard could turn the table on Tadej Pogacar and the UAE squad. Yet the ample mountain support for UAE is certainly a concern for Visma Bike, as they won't be able to rival that. UAE have the juggernauts of Almeida, Yates and Ayuso, all of them who have finished on the podium, whereas Visma Bike can't quite rival that with Jorgensen, Kuss and Wout van Aert. Although strong, it's not comparable in force in the mountains, and maybe that will be the Achilles of the Visma Bike team if Vingegaard is strong. Despite the teams having an apparent difference in level and Jonas not being 100% fit, Visma Bike will gamble on Vingegaard getting better throughout the race and coming into form, with Pogacar potentially going the other way, feeling the fatigue from the heavy season he had prior to the Tour de France and being at the Giro. For Visma Bike, Jonas Vingegaard is the plan A and is worth a gamble, as the plan B would be Sepp Kuss and potentially wouldn't be the best chance of winning the race, although his Vuelta a España certainly was a strong performance. Visma Bike will not want a repeat of their bad luck at the Giro d'Italia and hope that this will turn the tables. Despite the optimism from Visma Bike, not everyone shares this optimism. Bjarne Riis, the only other Dane besides Vingegaard to have won the Tour de France and also a former race owner of the team that used to be called Team CSC or Saxo Bank, expressed his doubts about Vingegaard's readiness. Speaking to BT.dk, Riis explained his concerns, saying that "I don't know because we don't know exactly where he stands. Visma doesn't say that. The important thing is that he can strength train and begin to have strength in his muscles and body so that he can train the strength training intervals that are now needed." Riis acknowledges Vingegaard's incredible talent and determination, but remains skeptical about his ability to be 100% ready at the Tour. "I think it will be difficult for him to be 100% ready, but he is so crazy good, that kid. He has a will and an ability to improve that only a few people have." As Vingegaard continues his training with the team, the decision about his participation will be made closer to the Tour start. Riis understands that Visma Bike's cautious approach, but believes they could share more information without revealing all their secrets. Despite the doubts, there are compelling reasons why Visma Bike is still risking it all on Vingegaard. His exceptional climbing ability, his experience winning the Tour de France, and mental toughness makes him a formidable contender and the only way that they can defeat Tadej Pogacar. His consistency in the high mountains, ability to perform in the time trial, and resilience under pressure have been the crucial components to his previous Tour de France victories and the only way to crack Tadej Pogacar. So despite the uncertainty surrounding Vingegaard's participation, the team's depth and the strength keep their hopes alive for the Tour de France 2024, with the rising stars of Kuss and Jorgensen ready to step up if Vingegaard's potential return does not happen. But that's basically it for this video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel here on The Cycling Dane, and let me know if you think Vingegaard will be 100% ready for the Tour de France as well and maybe win that last title. But of course, as always, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one.